Hey everyone, welcome back to Jim McLaren's Garage. My name's Josh. Finally got some new cases, so a little bit of a different backdrop, cleaned up a little bit, so hope you guys enjoyed this. Elliott Sadler didn't just survive the Gatorade Duels, he commanded it wire to wire, with the field breathing down his neck. In a race with no cautions, no chaos, and no margin for error, Elliott Sadler turned the second Gatorade 125 into a statement. He started from the pole, led more than half the laps, and held off hard chargers like Sterling Marlin and Jimmy Johnson to win the race. For Robert Yates Racing, this wasn't just another Speed Weeks, this was a statement. They came into Daytona locked in and hungry. And for Sadler, this race marked the start of a breakout season. This is the story of the 2004 Gatorade 125 Duels, race number 2 at Daytona International Speedway. February 12, 2004, Daytona International Speedway. The second Gatorade 125 was clean, fast, and decisive. Elliott Sadler started on the pole after qualifying second overall for the Daytona 500. From the green flag, he set the tone, leading the opening lap before handing it off to Ricky Rudd, who led for a long mid-race stretch. But once Sadler retook the lead on lap 24, the momentum was his. This race saw 5 total lead changes, but it was Sadler's race to lose. He briefly gave up the top spot to Jeremy Mayfield on laps 31 and 32, but once Sadler reclaimed the lead on lap 33, he never let it go again. Behind him, veterans like Kevin Harvick, Sterling Marlin, and Jimmy Johnson lurked, waiting to pounce. But with the pack spread out and no cautions to reset the field, Sadler stayed in clean air and never flinched. He crossed the line first, 0.669 seconds ahead of the pack. No fenders bent, no bump and run, just a flawless, composed, 50-lap drive that solidified Robert Yates Racing as a team to beat heading into the Daytona 500. This wasn't just about qualifying. It was a signal of what was coming in 2004. Sometimes, the best way to earn respect is to quietly dominate. No crashes, no chaos, just confidence, composure, and execution. Elliott Sadler didn't need fireworks to make a statement that day. He let his drive do the talking, and there's a lesson in that. You don't need to yell to be heard. Just keep showing up, stay locked in, and let your work speak louder than the noise. Keep pushing. Your moment will speak for itself. A few interesting facts about M&M's and this particular paint scheme. Regarding this paint scheme, in 2004, M&M's launched the Great Color Quest. It's a bold twist on their iconic branding. For a limited time, every M&M in the bag was black and white, and only a few rare bags featured a single color M&M. Fans who found those special bags could win big prizes, from $20,000 to a color-matched VW Beetle. So this paint scheme was ran to reflect that promotion for the Great Color Quest. Also, another very interesting fact regarding M&M's, according to the broadcast, this was the first win of any kind in NASCAR for M&M's. It's such an interesting fact. Kyle Busch has dominated in NASCAR in the 2010s and has won a lot of races with M&M, so it's really crazy to think that this is their first ever win in NASCAR, coming in 2004, which is pretty late. But this paint scheme is so cool. Typically, this car is all yellow, and you have the characters, the yellow M&M, the green M&M, the red M&M. But in this car, all the color was zapped out and replaced with that bright red 38 and the really cool tape at the bottom and on the grille, which I really think is awesome. For a black and white car, this car really pops. Here's a closer look at the nose, completely void of the yellow M&Ms that we're typically accustomed to seeing, but some cool orange grille tape on the middle grille and the bottom grille, and also some orange tape along the bottom of the bumper. Down the left-hand side, very clean. See that red 38 really pops against that black and white backdrop. You'll also notice that orange piece, that air deflector on the left-hand side of the rear window, which is really cool and adds to that pop of orange that we see in the rear and the front of the car. Down the right hand side, more of the same. See that red 38 really popping against the background. This car was raced and produced in 2004 by Action Racing Collectibles. This is an elite diecast in a standard finish. The production quantity on this car is 240, and the DIN on this specific car is 25. And this car was purchased from eBay. This is another super cool paint scheme that I have in my collection. As you can see, it's not like any M&M's paint scheme we've seen before. We're so accustomed to that yellow popping on the track, and this was a black and white scheme that looks like no other. But it's really cool that they incorporated that orange tape on the nose and on the rear. I think that really makes it pop and makes it look really cool. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.